Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I thought we'd do a little bit of recycling, and I've made a couple of lovely little journals here, and it's just out of some packaging. Now the toppers that I've put on them are from previous videos and they're recycled as well, and it's just got a couple of my little butterflies on each one of them, so it's all generally recycled, so they're really lovely. So what I'm going to do, I shall open this up. Now these pages are made out of recycled paper. Now this is all made out of an Amazon box, and this is what they get wrapped in. So this is brilliant. So I thought they were really lovely, and they're very simple to make. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and here's the little one, and these little toppers go perfectly on the front of them. And here's this one, look, it's just got the packaging, and I've got 3 little signatures in each one, so you can see here where I've sewn them in along the spine there. So I'm going to pop those to the side, and then I'm going to show you how I did it. Now all as it is, I've got the piece of box, I've just cut up the box, and I've got some of the packaging which they wrap all your goods in. All I've done, I've taken off a piece of this. I've already got mine ready to go, so you don't have to wait and watch me cut it all out. But what I did, this is the lid, so you just cut off a piece of the card. Now this is the lovely corrugated card like that, and you want to do it so it bends this way, so that can be your spine like that. So you just bend it in half, whichever size you want to do a journal in. Okay, so you just bend it in half and then cut that down, and then you've got your lovely little book. So you've got your cover, and it's that simple. Cut that off like that, and look. So you want to make it so it bends in the middle, and it's almost like sort of flat here. So you've got like 2 little bits in here, you can see there. So that's how big I've made the spine. But again, you can make it as big or as small as you like, depends how much paper you want to put in it, but that's basically what it is, like that. Okay, I'm going to pop these to the side. Oh, and the pages are just the inside. This is what all your bits and pieces get wrapped in, so that's really easy. So I'm just going to show you here. So this is the one that I'm going to be using, and I've already done the pages, so I'm going to show you how you do the pages first, because it's really simple. So that just goes in there like that, and then you've got your little booklet like that. So what I did, let me pop that to the side. For the pages, just get a piece of the wrapping and fold it in half like that. Fold it again, so you've got 4. And then depending on the size of your paper that you want in your journal, just make a little template like that. So let's say that's your page. Make a little template, pop it on here. Okay, and then what I've done, I've got my ruler and my knife, and I've just cut all the way around it. Okay, and then you can do 3, 4, 5 pages at a time. And that's the easiest way. You can even fold it in half like that, pop that on top, cut it out with either scissors, but I used the ruler and the Stanley knife, because I found that was the easiest, and you could get a really nice clean cut then, and you can do lots of pages in one go. What I've done, I've just did 5 pages in each signature. So you've got 30 pages in there like that, and they're all ronkety and nice, so that looks really good. So I'm going to pop that to the side. Right, so to get on with covering the cover, we use another let me put the pages over there. I've used another piece of the packaging like this. And then what I'm going to do, and I'll turn it around this way, I'm going to just pop that on there like that. Now I'm going to just glue it down with some glue stick. So what I'll do is I'll do this side first. Doesn't really matter what side you do, because you're covering it with the same paper anyway. So these are pretty quick to do, and it's a nice thing if you've not made a journal before, and you don't want to use anything that you've got which is quite good. So if you've got some nice papers and you didn't want to sort of waste them on making a journal in case you make it wrong or something, this is ideal, because it's all recycled, which would have probably gone in the dustbin anyway. So make sure that's stuck down nicely, and then all I've done is cut it out. So I've left sort of maybe just over 1/8 of an inch around the outside, like this. Okay, so you want to cut it. Don't worry if it's wibbly wobbly, because it's recycled, it's handmade, so you want it to look nice and rustic, don't you? So like that, just cut all the way around the edges. Put those in the bin. Now we do the same again. So what we want to do is glue on the inside. Now I found that the glue stick is the best glue. It's the easiest and quickest, and it sticks really well. But you must put quite a bit on. So pop quite a bit of glue on there so it sticks nicely. And what we want to do is just stick that down like that. Turn it over, squash it down. There we go. And then again, let's just cut it out. So we just cut it against this line here like that. Perfect. All the way along to the end. Now I'm going to sew mine. Let's just get rid of these bits. So if you can see on this one, I'll just show you on here. What I've done, I've sewn around the inside, so that's on the cardboard, the corrugated card, and also to hold the edging, the pieces of paper around the edge as well. So it's got 2 stitch marks on there. If you don't want to sew, you don't have to sew around it, you just make sure it's glued properly. Make sure you've glued it right the way around the edges, and then it just bends in. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just, you can see that, sew around the edges like this twice, and I'll be back 2 minutes. Okay, so there we go. So I've just stitched all the way around the edge twice, so I think that looks really nice. So I'm going to just bend it in like that. So there we go, that's your little booklet. So I think that's perfect. Now you can edge around it with a little bit of ink, which I use the Distress, the Vintage Photo. You can just go around the edge like that. I just like to cover up the white stitching into nice brown, so it looks a bit more rustic on there. Because we're going to go over it with a little bit of gesso now, like that. Perfect. Let's put the lid on that for a minute. Okay, so now we got our little cover. So we need to, right, the other thing we want to do is make a little piece to go on the front, because on here I've got the little bit of corrugated card on top. So we just want to make like a little panel. So if this is this big, so it needs to go on the front like that. So I'm going to actually just rip down the side like that. Depends what you want to put on the front as well. But I think I might pop on, we did the Friday freebie, and we've got that lovely little girl sewing kit. a little sewing themed one, so I thought I might pop that on the front, which would look nice. Just going to take a little bit of this off to reveal some of that corrugated card underneath. So, okay, let's see. Now in my little folder here, I've got these little ones. That's the one we made for the Friday freebie. Now, that might be a bit too small because you can't really see that. I've got another one here that I made earlier. Let's just see if that will fit. That might look a little bit better. That's a bit better because look, I think I did that one a bit too small, the other one. So look at that, that looks really pretty, doesn't it? So, oh look, you've got all these ones. These are the ones that I made as well in here. So these look all nice on top as well, look. So all the little bits that you've done from your recycling go really well. So let's pop that over to the side and we'll use this one. So now I want to, let me just get myself a little bit of room. We want a little bit of gesso. Now if you don't have gesso, again you can use a little bit of white paint, or you don't have to do this bit at all. You can skip this bit if you wanted to. All I'm going to do, I'm just going to go around the edges just with a little bit of gesso. Because we're covering up the middle bit, we don't need to do the middle. Just the edge bits like that. Okay, and also on the cover and the inside of here. Now when you're doing gesso and it's sort of like dry brushing it, you want to just do it very, very lightly and just put a little bit on your brush, because you can always go back and add some more. But with gesso it's very, very difficult to get rid of it, because once it's painted on, it sort of like stays there. So let's go, and you can see it picks up all the nice texture from the wrinkly paper. Like that. So you want to just go over it. Like that, and we'll do the inside as well. So you can do a layer and then you can go back, and then if you wanted it a little bit whiter, then you can go back and add a little bit more. But this just gives it a nice sort of texture look to it. You can see all the little lines coming through as well. So there we go. That's done. I quite like that. I think that's probably enough on there. Right. Pop that in there. I'm just going to give it a quick blast with a heat gun a minute. Okay, so that's that bit done. So close that up, and then that just sits on there like that, and then that will just sit on top. So I think that looks really nice. Now what we've got to do, pop that to the side. What we've got to do now is just pop the signatures in. Now we've got 3 here to sew in. Now the easiest way that I've found to do it, so we've got the little ridge, so we need to make some holes in there. So I'm just going to take one of these pieces of paper, one of the pages, I'm going to lie it down here where I sort of want it to be. Okay, like that. I'm going to take my little tool here and I'm going to mark off the middle. So you want to make a dot in the middle of your spine there. I'm not going, what I'm going to do actually is pop this onto my piece of foam mat like that. So I'm going to pop a hole through there, so probably about there, probably about there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a pencil and just mark that on here, like that, and then pop that back into the book. So that's where we know we need to make the holes. So then we just make one either side of this, because we want 3. I'm not going to measure it because it's only a little recycled book. Okay, so I'm just eyeballing it like that. Okay, so we got 3 holes there. You can see that there's the 3 holes in the back. And then I'm going to take some thread. I'm going to take one of my needles. I'm not going to use the wax thread. I'm just going to use some of this, which is like embroidery thread. And you want to take 3 lengths of this per signature. So that's 1. Like that. Close that up. Now I've got the 3 here, so I'm going to put, we only need 1 like this. Oops. So let's thread this one in. Okay, so that's ready for the first one. So what I'm going to do, open this up, put this to the side. I'm just going to make the holes in here. So we want just right in the middle here, like that. Okay, so I'm going to take this top one here, pop it on top of here, just so they're all roughly in the same place. That goes through like that. So that's done, and then we've got the last one here. Can sit on top. Just make 3 holes. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect because this is just a little recycled project we're doing, just to use up some bits and pieces. So here we go. So the first one here, we want to put obviously into the first slot there. So I start in the middle like that, pull that through. Okay, hold on to that. I'm just going to go through this side a minute just to make sure we're through. So that goes in there like that, so we know it's in the right place. And we just pop up through there. And then we go all the way down to the bottom. Through that hole there. Like that. And then we need to come up through there. There we go. And then we just need to repeat that 3 times. So tie that up. Like that. You can either leave them dingly dangling down, or I'm just going to chop them off. Just like that. That's your first signature. Just thread of cotton. So if you've got a nice big needle like this, it's so much easier to do. So let's just Make sure these are in the right place. Through the middle, and this one wants to go through the middle hole there, like that. Again, I'm just going to pop it through the top and make sure we get through the right hole. So we want to go through the middle one, like that. There we go, and down through the end. And then up through the middle. Oops. See where I'm going? There we go. And then pop that, remember to pop them either side, tie it up. What I've done this one upside down, but never mind. Because if the holes aren't in the right place, I'm actually going to do that one again, because this has to go up this way. So because the holes are in the wrong place, I turned it around the other way. So that will be all wibbly wobbly. So let's start that one again. Oopsie daisy. Pop that through there. So through the middle again, like that, through the middle hole, like that. Go through here. Make sure we're in line. You can just go back up through there. Down through the bottom. Through the middle hole. And then up through the middle one. Oops. It's a little bit easier when I haven't got the camera above me, because I don't want to get my big head stuck in the way. Okay, so that's level, that's better. So let's tie that up like that. Chop that bit off. So there we go, we've got those two. Now we want to make sure this one is the right way round. So let's see. I need to put it this way round, I believe. You can see the hole there. So if we measure up the holes, and this is level this side. So that's a bit better. Okay, let's thread the last one. Through there. Okay. Put this through the middle holes. Through this middle one here, like that. I think that's right. Go. Oops. I want to go through there, there we go. And we want to go down through the bottom one, like that, and through the last little hole there. Okay. And then through the middle, back up. There we go. Okay, let's pop my needle in there before I lose it, and then we'll tie up the last one. So this is really good practice if you're new to journaling. And oops, my camera just went off, sorry. So I've just put some 3-in-1 on there, and I'm just going to glue that on top like that. Now before we stick the other bit on, what I'm going to do, get a little bit of lace, because we want to, let's have some of this white lace. What we want to do is pop the lace underneath here, so it goes all the way through and underneath, so we need to stick that bit down first. So let's find the end, and let's measure this. Okay, so how much do we need? Let's pop that around like that. I want to do it so we've got a nice room for a nice bow on there. So just measure that, pop that over there. What we want to do then is just pop this in half like that, so the middle sits on the spine there like that. So that's perfect, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop a little bit of a 3-in-1 just to glue it down in place like that. I'm going to pop a little bit on the back as well, just a little bit, just to hold that down. Perfect. Oh, I need that again, don't I? Now what we do now is just pop that on top, and then we have our little journal. So, bit of glue. I think I actually used the the gel matte medium on to stick on the other ones, because it's really strong. So that can just stick on there like that. Pop the lid on. And there we go, that's our other little journal. And then all we do then is tie it up into a little bow. So these are lovely little journals, especially if you've got kids or grandchildren. It'd be nice for their first journal to do a little bit of almost like scrapbooking, I suppose you could do. Pop it in there for them. So there we go guys, how quick and easy was that? Now here's the other two that I did. I'm going to tie this little bow up there like that. So now we have 3. So these toppers here, these are the ones, I'm going to pop a link down to these under the video, so if you haven't seen that again. And this was the Friday freebie, so if you're not a member of my group, pop the link down below and join the group, and you can pick up all the Friday freebies, so you can make this lovely little collage here. So there we go guys, I hope you enjoyed that. So nice bit of recycling, which you know I like to do, use up all the little bits of scrap that we've got. So I hope you've all had a lovely, busy, crafty weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.